When you have a simple political disagreement with the other side, does it constitute a state of emergency? According to Democrat North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper, a political loss is tantamount to a hurricane or tornado impacting the state. But can he justify the use of power, or does it constitute an outright abuse of power? North Carolina, currently ranked number 17 in education, according to U.S. News, is in a state of emergency declaration by Governor Roy Cooper, though not one of natural disaster or imminent loss of life.
It's clear that the Republican legislature is aiming to choke the life out of public education. I'm declaring this state of emergency because you need to know what's happening.
Governor Cooper declared this emergency because Republicans were giving teachers a raise, just not one as big as he wanted. And they were expanding an opportunity grant system from just low-income residents to all residents of the state. The opportunity grants work similar to school vouchers, allowing up to 100% of the public funds allocated to a student to be used to pay a private or charter school instead, that for the student's education. The expansion of this grant system will allow more students than ever to pursue education that is tailored to and works for them rather than the one-size-fits-all approach of a typical public school. If the family is wealthier than typical, only 45% of the funds can be thus diverted. Those wealthy families will then be paying most of their own child's education needs while also paying for a large percentage of another underprivileged student. This would be an enormous expansion of the total education budget in the state between increasing wages for teachers under all three proposed numbers. By the way, that's 18% from Governor Cooper, 10.5% from the North Carolina House, and 4.5% from the Senate, and the expanded opportunity grant program. Can the state afford this expansion? I actually don't know. But either way, Governor Cooper is currently in the rather odd position of claiming that these bills will destroy public education by increasing education budgets far beyond what even his 18% raise would have cost. Are any of the proposals good ideas? A limitless program may look good on paper, but sound fiscal policy would suggest some hard limits be added so that these programs don't overwhelm the budgets and taxes that cover them. In the end, however, Governor Cooper may end up having to eat these programs. Republicans in North Carolina have a veto-proof supermajority, and 7 Democrats have already crossed the line to sign onto these bills. Cooper has the advantage of being term limited, blocked from running for governor again, but one has to ask, will this blatant political stunt and abuse of power result in an incensed legislature removing emergency powers from the governor's office? Only time will tell.